morning, everyone. My name is Yvonne Stoops, and I'm going to give you some of the major program updates that have occurred over the past several months at the international board level. I found beginning experience in 2005. I went on my first weekend in New York, and I then wanted to bring that experience back to where I live in Connecticut, and I started the Connecticut team in 2007. I had been divorced for a while when I discovered BE, and since that time I went on to be the Connecticut team trainer and moved out of that team and joined the board, and I'm happy to report that I have now been happily remarried for the past 3 months. The first new major change that we're very happy to announce at this conference is the new manual. And the good news is that, in fact, there are 2 manuals that are going to replace the one small brown manual. They're going to be the 2 big brown manuals, one for each participating team member or facilitator, and you'll only need one coordinator manual for your team. And that's going to replace all of the scripts you may have written and any other hand pieces of paper that you have lying around, and sticky notes, and all of the other information that you need to run a weekend. All of the instructions, all of the scripts, all of the meditations, suggested songs, everything is in the coordinator manual. The manual for the team members, the facilitators, is not that new. There are not very many changes, but it's a way to have the manual look more modern, and it is written in more modern language, and it's in a reader-friendly format for you, and they are ready to order. They were tested this past spring in Cincinnati and on 2 different weekends, and what's going to happen is as you prepare for your next training, you can order them. Each of the participants' manual is $25, and it will be $10 off for each of those if you return one of the old little brown manuals. And the coordinator's manual, which you'll only need to purchase one of, is $75. And keep in mind that these materials are being leased from Beginning Experience, and that they are trademarked items and property of Beginning Experience. So see if you can collect all of your old little brown manuals from team members who have them, who have purchased the leasing right of the old manual and not actually the manual itself. So that isn't anybody's personal property. In addition to the new manual, as you know, we had to suspend all operation of any John Powell program. And some of you have been looking for a replacement for the Happiness is an Inside Job program that we had to suspend. Some of you have tried using Loving Choices, and we've heard your feedback and understand that it is not a viable substitute for the John Powell material, which many of you really enjoy. So in looking for a replacement for Loving Choices, and meanwhile trying to preserve the materials that people were using in the John Powell program, there is a team, the Winnipeg team, who did devise and write a program just using BE resources, and they're calling it Building Happiness. And we're in the review process now of accepting that as potential replacement for that. So look for updates for that, a program called Building Happiness that could replace the John Powell program. We've also worked very hard on the last 2 years on the Coping Alone program. The manuals are new. There are 2 new manuals, one for the participants and one for the presenters, and those are available. And this has been rewritten in modern language and reader-friendly language, And it's also available for a diocese to purchase. So a team can purchase it or a diocese can purchase it. And we're also working right now on the implementation of trying to offer this through the website as even an online course. So Anna talked to you about all of the developments in the website that Carolyn referred to that was used by money set aside for website development, so that is one area that we've forged ahead in. So stay tuned for when Coping Alone will be offered to you online. The last program that I'd like to talk to you about is Continued Beginnings. That's the one that we're just now getting to since we've worked on Coping Alone and the manual, and that's the next one that we feel would be most beneficial to emerging teams and newer teams and a way to build team. So that's the next program that we're going to be rewriting a manual for and trying to develop a new manual for that as well. So those are the program highlights, and stay tuned for more. Thank you so much.